Story. The arbitrary distorter begins searching for a target to distort. I wonder who he's going to pick. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, episode 291, chapter 49, The Greatest Skill, part 1. Constellation God who threw himself into the flames checks the other constellation's reactions. Send over the story nucleus. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss glares at you. Constellation Nail-Eating Rat covets your fingernails. And what if I refuse? There are only 3. Where's the other one? Many constellations await your battle. Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband looks forward to your performance in battle. I'm super curious about my current combat power. I've had a proper fight since I became a fabled constellation, after all. How foolish. Are you actually going to fight them? The 3 constellations in front of me have exactly the same combat power as I do. That's the penalty of this scenario. The stats of every constellation that takes part has been equalized. However, what's your workaround, Dokja? And you're fighting 3 of them at the same time. Personal skill character profile has been activated. Due to the effects of the story, The One Who Gazed into the Abyss, your proficiency in all skills has been increased. The effect of your personal skill, character profile, has been amplified. You can now view the profiles of constellations whose status is lower than yours. You are now able to view the profile of Nouveau Riche Snake Boss. You are now able to view the profile of Nail-Eating Rat. You are now able to view the profile of the dog who threw himself into the flames. Due to the effects of character profile, the story list of the selected constellations will be displayed at random. Just as I expected. They don't have that story. Give me the story nucleus! Constellations who enjoy violent stories have grown excited. Some constellations want to see your body torn apart. Well, personally, as a constellation myself, as I'm looking at the story, as are you are also a constellation. I don't want to see Dokja get ripped apart. Hello everybody, we are back for more Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, picking up with the most recent chapter as of recording. And by the time it goes up, it'll be a chapter behind, but that's just the way it is, unless you're a patron or a channel member, in which case you get early access to the videos as and when I record them. But it's been a little bit of a long and difficult week for me, so I'm a bit behind on getting things up, so these will be up a decent amount later than they normally would be, but nonetheless, they're up, and they'll be available for the Patreons who want them, and the channel members who are there. Patrons get the unfiltered stuff for slightly more a month, because Patreon wouldn't let me set it any lower, and with that out of the way, let us carry on with ORV. Let me ask you something. What kind of story are you trying to tell that you're desperate to win? I almost feel sorry for you, you know. Any constellation worthy of their name would have had at least one king story. Story, the arbitrary distorter pays attention to your words. But how could you possibly have one, where you spent your entire lives finding only those weaker than yourselves? That's bullshit! Story, the arbitrary distorter has found a story to distort. The story doesn't particularly enhance combat power. Instead, it can awaken the potential of stories that haven't found their true strength yet. Right! That power! Story, the arbitrary distorter begins its distortion. For better or worse. Story, a king of a world without a king has been distorted. Story, a king of a world without a king begins to speak. This place is a world without a king. He was born, rejecting every throne in this world. And now he stands above all beings who are not kings. Ha! Oh my god. Having equal combat power and stats doesn't mean their stories have the same status as mine. That's such a goddamn cool panel. Oh my god, that looking like a... Oh my god. A few constellations are impressed by how you wield your story. It is a Halo! Oh my god, the fucking star... Ah! Constellations of the Northern Dipper turn their attention to you. Constellation Nail-Eating Rat is preparing to flee. Freeze. Story, a king of a world without a king has been activated. All beings who do not possess the title of king lower their heads in your presence. Oh, what the fuck? He looks so cool! Oh my god. Only those who possess a king's story may resist the authority of this story. Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband expresses delight. Demon King, God of Wrath and Lust, looks at you. The Constellation of the Absolute Good Alignment frown at your cruelty. They were gonna kill him! Fuck you! But I guess Absolute Good would involve forgiving all... Yeah, okay. Demon King, Silver Clawed Owl delights in your act of slaughter. You receive 2,000 coins. You should have known what you were getting into. You have annihilated the incarnation of the Constellation Nail-Eating Rat. When you came to take my stories. You have acquired a portion of the stories possessed by the Constellation Nail-Eating Rat. Constellation Nail-Eating Rat falls into a deep slumber with a scream. Constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon finds pleasure in your madness. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire gazes at you with concern. This dog is a bit different from the other two in the 12 Zodiacs. If I don't take it down now, some constellations are going to be disappointed. Constellation Dog who threw himself into the flames pledges its loyalty to you. Crap. More constellations are approaching. My mana is almost gone. Story, the Arbitrary Distorter is no longer in effect. There's no way I can fight them in this condition. Take me to the Junior Q Industrial Complex. Just kill it after the fact, I suppose. Righty-ho, that was, as the kids say, an aura-filled chapter. Dokja looked so cool there. Like, oh my god, that was incredible stuff. That was hype. That was a very, very hype chapter. Not much, like, narrative progression, of course, but really, really cool visually. Definitely going to be popular among the, what are they called on the... Hoodweebs? God. Because, I mean, that was really cool, right? That was a really cool chapter. Narratively speaking, though, not a lot really happened. Obviously, it was cool to see Dokja use the stuff he'd worked towards last chapter to overcome the difficult situation in this chapter. But there wasn't any, like, obviously, progression. We've killed a constellation, so that's something crazy for Dokja. He's getting some stories. But, you know what I mean when I said there's not been any narrative progress. This was just moving through a roadblock. You're now past the roadblock and can continue with the story, which is where we presumably will be next time. But nonetheless, if you've enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, notification bell, usual YouTube stuff. I've been also, you've been new and it's time for another video. Ta-ta. For now.